What's up, man? I'm liking this new look.
Thank you.
Loungewear. Loosey-goosey.
I'm in an era. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, what's
yet.
this one called, dude?
I don't.
Your brat girl era?
I think it is. I'm probably in brat girl era.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're all stylish. You're not even wearing socks, dude.
No socks. I probably should.
God, you're looking good.
Thank you.
Loose.
Loose is better than tight. After watching some of our podcasts,
Do you have a yoga retreat after this?
I have a weekend of silence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do one of those.
No, man.
Drive me insane.
I know people that go to them. They're like, oh my gosh, it's the greatest experience.
Yeah, our cousin Casey does them, and he says they're awesome. And I was like, what do you get out of that?
Yeah.
What do you actually get out of that?
I guess if you're married, it's nice.
Just the quiet part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my wife, she went out of town last night with her mom. They just went out of town overnight. So she went to Cheesecake Factory, ate, stayed at a hotel,
Classy,
got
dude.
a full night's sleep. And, you know, she had a great time. And I told her, I go, in November, we're going to be going to Hawaii for about a week.
That's why this look's starting, I think.
And I told her, I go, and so I'm going to give you the opportunity, you know, because I know you miss our son, that you're going to be able to have him for 6 straight days without me.
Yeah, it's pretty, the trade-off is so fair.
Yeah. So basically, I'm a great husband and dad, and
You're pretty solid. You got a lot
I try
of
and keep
kids.
it together.
You got kids.
They're all at the
smart.
house right now. All of them. They're sleeping on the couches. And they're just everywhere. They're still asleep, but in the afternoon. This is what happens when they've graduated. And
So now you have 4 older kids and then 1 baby.
yeah, I got the 4 teens and the toddler.
So 4, I would guess, is actually in a lot of ways easier than 1
One is the hardest.
because you're the entertainment,
Yeah, it's just it's constant focus.
right?
2 is similar to 1, maybe a slightly easier. 3 is harder because you're outnumbered for the first time, and then 4 is like, oh yeah, why not?
Right.
The baby now, he's great. He's an easy baby. He's not hard. He's not sick all the time. He's just a good baby.
He's a hardy baby.
He's a big boy.
He's a giant of a child, dude.
He's a sweet boy too. And now he talks. He yells at people. He walks. Today I was watching him and he was walking backwards for the first time.
Oh, that's cool.
He walked backwards out of a room. It looked like he was doing a bit. I was like, come here. And he just walked like Homer Simpson
really
into a bush. He was just a little meme.
That's great, man.
Got that was it, Intuition Skate.
Oh, Intuition. Yeah.
That's our buddy Mick.
Yeah, Mick.
Yeah,
How's he doing?
Well, he posted, you know, they had a fire downtown in the building next to theirs, and then his skate shop has been like an institution for almost a quarter century now, like since 2000. And they had severe fire damage. And so they're selling stuff and using that money to like try and, you know, build the place back up. I think they have 2 locations, but the stuff's online. I'll post it in
It's rollerblades.
It's rollerblades. They have like a skate park inside there, like an indoor skate park people can skate on.
He's sick. You know, when I met him, you would never guess that guy had his act together.
No,
He's a lovely guy.
Oh, he's one of the nicest men. He looks like Kurt Fox.
He's definitely a Kurt Fox vibe, or My Name is Earl.
Yeah, exactly. I get that. If I shave my beard, just leave the mustache, I look like Jason Lee.
I don't think I've ever seen you rock a stash.
No, I haven't, because I look like My Name is Earl, like real close.
Maybe I'll rock a stash in Hawaii.
Oh, there you go. Are you going to shave the beard?
No, there's not a chance in hell.
If you shave the beard and just go mustache in Hawaii, it's full magnet.
I've started paying to get it cut.
You're getting your beard cut?
Yeah.
Professionally?
By a person, yeah.
Like it looks good. I actually looking at it now, it looks trimmed.
Yeah, but I haven't had it done in like 2 weeks. But it's just way better than me doing it.
What if we could talk maybe my wife into suggesting that we both get to go on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy?
Are they still doing that?
They had a bunch of seasons. They did one in New Orleans.
I thought a lot of those guys got in trouble for various things.
Nah, one guy quit. There was an issue, but I think they recast it.
Oh. I don't think we need it, David. Look at you. You're wearing loungewear.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's just that I've watched enough of those episodes where I went, it's time to make a change.
Yeah, I think you're exactly don't qualify.
I'm trying to be the change.
You have to look like a complete piece of garbage to get on that show.
I think I have a good story. High school teacher, 5 kids, just always doing it for everyone else, kind of a
Is that how you see yourself?
No, but
It's always. I'm just.
you're telling
pouring
us-
out. Just pouring out to
Or,
everybody.
nobody fills me up. Just no. I think you just have to create a story. Do you know I almost got on the game show Press Your Luck last year?
No.
You know the no whammy.
That's still going?
Oh yeah, that's I think Elizabeth Banks, the director of the Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
So she's the host,
Oh, that's cool.
and I always watched that show because I stayed at home sick during elementary,
Like when you
years,
were a
all the
kid.
time. And I saw that they were doing casting, so I submitted a 1 minute video, and I got a call back, and I did a phone interview, and then I got an actual video interview, and then I played a simulation version of the game and sent in pictures of myself. So I made it literally all the way to the last stage, and there was 30. I think there was 60 people that made the last stage, and 30 got called back to be on the show, and I didn't get called back.
Why do you think you didn't make it?
Well, when I was going through the process, the first person goes, "Do you do comedy?" And I go, "Yeah." They go, "We need to remove that from your bio." And I was like, "Why?" And they're like, "Because we've had somebody that was a comic on there, and they just tried to make a bunch of jokes instead of being themselves."
Yeah, that would be.
And I go, well, "I'm not
obnoxious.
going to do that." And they're like, "It was horrible. So just remove it, or you're not going to get cast."
One bad comic ruined it for everybody.
I think that's what happened. So I think as you get to the final stage, they're trying to figure out who's going on, and then if you Google me, you find out that I'm a comedian pretty fast.
You're right.
And then it was
You have to search about 7 pages on Google, but
maybe
you'll get
11.
there.
I think if you want to know, you're like, it's either the David Wells that plays baseball, then there's the Irish psychic David
Right.
Wells. There's a podiatrist named David Wells, and then there's me.
Well, if you put in my
Top 5.
middle name, which I don't use anymore,
Right.
I'm first.
With your middle name? Mm-hmm. If you put David Wells Bakersfield, I'm first.
Yeah.
Or David Wells Comedy, I'm second behind the baseball player.
But I don't tell anybody my middle name because I'm trying to start a fresh thing.
Right.
You know, I don't want to rely on any of that past stuff.
yeah, you look at also those pictures of you were so young.
Oh, I was really young and had so much hope.
Yeah.
I was almost on Cash Cab
Oh, I think how long ago was that? 20 years, 15 years ago?
a long time ago. Our friend Garrett, somehow he got connected with Cash Cab and he's like, "Hey, we're going on Cash Cab." And when he's like, it was me, him, and our friend Doug. He's like, Tuesday at 1:00, we got to be here. So we're like, all right, cool. And then Tuesday at 1:00, we went to the spot, and then we're just there, and nobody shows up. And he called the lady. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" She goes, "Well, it was yesterday." And
Just got the wrong day.
He had the
You
wrong day.
were cast and no showed a TV show.
we no showed a TV
The
show.
guy pulls up. So Ben Bailey
was like, "Where
pulls
the
up in a taxi cab with his production crew, and nobody's there.
Yeah, I think I really imagine who got in the cab,
Do you think that they have a spotter out first? They're like, "Hey, well, let's make sure these guys are here before Ben Bailey shows up."
It's
Or
a completely fabricated thing.
oh, it has to be.
You can't just it's New York City.
Yeah, Ben Bailey's touring. He's back doing comedy all the time.
I didn't know he was a comic.
He was that's how that he got discovered. Is he was a stand-up,
Oh, that's cool.
and that's how he got the cash
Oh,
cab.
wow.
Is they were like, "Oh, he's really good."
That's cool.
I've
love
heard
that
stories.
show.
Burt Kreischer or somebody, they told a story about Ben. They're like, that guy was a killer. Like he was super, super good. I've heard
I'm not
that
surprised.
his tour is really good. That he's hilarious.
That's cool.
Pretty sure he came to Bakersfield. He might even have come to the Well, actually.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I think he did come through Bakersfield.
There's billboards up now.
You're in them.
Yeah, I got a billboard.
Hump Day.
Hump Day on Wednesdays.
Nice.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. Is it the new photos?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Is it it's the digital billboards?
Yeah. And I guess it only runs a couple, they have so many ads. It runs a few days a week, but it's on 7, 8 billboards.
It's like you and then a lawyer whose phone number
Yeah.
is all 6s.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. Chain Younger.
yeah, Conan Styles.
Who's that?
No, they're just the other.
That's hilarious.
They're just the local billboard lawyers.
But it's an odd thing.
Have people told you they saw your billboard?
I haven't run into anybody yet. It just started running
Oh, okay.
on last Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I haven't ran into it. But I've been getting recognized a lot when I'm out and stuff.
You have a
It's been
unique
kinda fun.
look. I don't think there's a lot of people in town that have your look.
Well, also when you're doing a show for 100 and something people,
Yeah, you do.
it's just only one of you.
Right. I remember going to a restaurant on the east side of Bakersfield called Rosa's.
Yeah.
with my wife. We sat down, and then these people sat down on right behind us, and then I hear, that guy's a comedian.
That's funny.
And I was like, first time I ever, but like I appreciated they didn't come and ask me for an autograph or interrupt my dinner. They let me be a person.
Well, they must not have seen your act. They must have saw like some
they
post on Instagram or something.
They probably saw somebody else tag me in something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They're like, who's that guy?
Yeah, it's a weird thing. I think we were at the fair and somebody was like, stop me. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I had like a goldfish in my hand and a tecate.
Yeah.
Which I have a picture of. I'll send it to you. You could put on the thing. I was like, oh, hey, don't know how to shake your hand here, dude.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Do you, when we had started doing the podcast, we talked about having this segment called Going Fishing. Or is it going camping?
Gone camping.
Gone camping. That's it?
Yeah, about like childhood
Gone camping.
stuff that was crazy as kids.
Okay. Do you remember skateboarding when we were kids?
Of course.
It was only one half the board went up, and then the other half was
style.
flat. Yeah, right. Like,
yeah.
do you remember the kid down the street that built like a kind of miniature half pipe in his backyard?
For sure.
Did you ever do it?
I think I tried it, but I never could skate good. I skate Mongo.
What's Mongo?
So normally your push foot is your back foot.
Oh, that's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm a lefty, so I should have my right foot forward,
Left foot back.
and
kick with your left foot.
because when your right foot's forward, the opposite of your kick leg, that's where you steer.
Yeah. Okay.
But I skate right foot back, left foot forward. So when I go to kick, I have to jump to kick my foot forward of the board to kick and then jump back.
So you skate right foot back while you're moving.
Yeah, I'm kicking, but it's really hard.
You don't leave your right foot and just in the back while you
It's
kick.
hard.
And then
It's very hard to steer and can control it.
I skate the exact same way with my left foot back.
That's funny.
And I kick with my right foot and just bring my right foot to the front, which is why it is hard. Because when I bring my right foot to the front, I always pivot over. Yeah, I was never good.
Yeah, it was never. I could ollie and stuff like that, but I could never like the act of just like skating around. Was really hard for me.
Yeah, I never was good at it.
Never felt the joys of just
skating around. I remember
around.
being in college and working a Blockbuster and being out in the parking lot after the store closed. And then like Steven Espinoza, our friend, was a good skater.
Yeah, he's really good.
And then Joey Woods was a good skater.
Joey Wood was a great skater.
They could not get me to ollie.
No, it's not easy.
And then as I got older, I was like, God, this is just more dangerous than fun.
Skate culture is still pretty big here, man.
I'm not around it, but I have students. They do it and they love it. And rollerblades aren't around. But like junior hires, a lot of those single speed bikes and wheelies
are around.
Well,
and if you're interested, you can get
them at Mick's place. Intuition. I don't see students on rollerblades.
No,
or adults really, just Mick. When Mick first started doing comedy, he would wear the rollerblades and then go on stage with them. And he's already like 6'3".
Like roller girl.
He went up there as if what my name is Earl was roller girl.
That's funny.
That version of roller girl.
But Bakersfield, it's geographically so big that there's just a lot of spots to skate. A lot of behind buildings and cool stuff.
There's that. They got the skate park.
Yeah. You always find the weirdest stuff in the foothills, man.
That's what was the goal. I think was always to find like the one picture from a Playboy that our local porn fairy would leave.
You would find full on magazines out there.
Yeah, I always felt like the bigger kids out there. That was like they were going to get first pick.
I remember one time coming home from school. It must have been in like the 5th grade, and which is way too young for this to happen. But I remember on our lawn was like a little booklet.
There was okay.
And our dad was into the church, so he always had like Bible tracts.
Yeah, I remember.
Which are like little, tiny booklets of one single story or message. Right? And I remember going, oh, and I thought that's what it was. I picked it up, and it was just all different sex positions.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you were ahead.
Oh, I think I started very young with all that stuff. I remember our friend Travis. He lived right by the local corner store, the Fast Strip, and they had porn, and we would go in there, and we would steal a porn every once in a while. We were like 5th grade, 6th grade, and we would just like sit under this tarp thing, and like we would open it, and then we would be like, and
So gross.
lick the magazine. And then I'd hand it to Travis. He'd lick it, and then he would rip a page out and light it on fire. I swear to God.
So funny.
Yeah.
I don't remember doing that at that
He'd
place.
light that sucker on fire. Evidence erased.
Do you remember Twisted Pepper?
No.
Twisted Pepper, this is not porn, but same fast trip. Dr. Pepper had a promotion where you buy a Dr. Pepper, then you open it. If the lid had a free Dr. Pepper, you take it back in and you got another 20-ounce bottle of Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
So we would go in and open up the Dr. Peppers, close, put it back.
Dude, people are, this is flat.
All through our neighborhood, there was just people drinking flat Dr. Pepper. After like 3 or 4 free Dr. Peppers in a row, they were like, "You guys can't get any more."
That's
Dr.
hilarious.
Pepper. They were like, "We're not going to do this anymore."
Just scheming.
We had no money, man. It was just make it happen. People collected bottles back then and turned bottles into fast strips.
That's how we would save cans and like. You remember we would save cans? We'd pour dirt in the bottle.
A little extra
It'd
sand to add weight.
A little heavier.
Yeah.
I think Dad got yelled at one time. They found that.
Probably. It doesn't like. It's definitely shady.
Yeah, man. Childhood was. We're the end of that. We're the last outdoor generation, I think.
Yeah, some people in our generation were just forced outdoors. Like they're like, mom's home. You come home, she just locks you out.
We weren't
and like,
forced outdoors, but it was like, get out of here.
It was fun. We had a fort and tree houses, and we threw dirt clods at each other.
Dirt clod wars, dude.
Bartered with walnuts.
Yeah, we had it was like a little like Tom Sawyer-y.
Have you gone over there?
But in the hood, which was hilarious.
Yeah. Have you looked at? There was 3 houses in a row. They were all owned by the same families, like aunts and uncles and stuff, and they had gates between them, so we could go between the 3 properties. And that was the backyards we played.
That's the
in.
Vodders.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so sad going over there now because it was like I think it's a dispensary now.
Well, that sounds awesome.
Well, but there's all the trees, they're all gone.
Yeah.
That just like I think that's probably the weirdest thing of growing up and being in the town that you grew up in is just seeing the change.
Yeah, when I first moved back, I drove down there to look at the old house, and it's so tiny. I'm like, how did we ever?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
people,
literally doesn't feel any wider than this room.
No, 1,000 square foot, little tiny house.
6 folks. We had one
bathroom,
one tiny blue Toyota pickup.
Yeah, for a little while.
Yeah.
Do you remember we had a Volvo?
Yeah.
Mom had a Volvo, and then I think it was the passenger side door wouldn't latch when you closed it, so we used a dog collar.
Yep, and then it would screech so loud that you could hear it coming from like half a mile away. So I used to make Mom drop me off like a literal half mile from junior high, and I would just walk the rest of the way.
Oh man, I remember going to a birthday party for some girl in like my 4th grade class, and there was maybe 6 of us, and her mom picked us all up in her station wagon. So we're piled in the back, and while we're driving, we hit one of the little gutters, and something underneath the car fell off. And I don't know who it was. I don't remember. But one of the kids goes, "I think your engine fell out." The mom had to pull over. I don't know what it was. I just remember her daughter just as the most mortified human in the world.
That's like pretty embarrassing.
Everything back then was just like 80s was just fear of embarrassment.
I think it's still like that.
Well, that may be true. I just like that was my take on the 80s was like, yeah, we got to do a lot of stuff, just never want to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Which weirdly creates, I guess not that weird. If you never want to be embarrassed, you don't want to stand out, which is probably why you don't end up with as much exceptional things as you would have.
Oh, that's interesting. And out like my friend group, that's all we wanted to do. We wanted to be rappers and break dancers, and we wore huge baggy clothes.
Oh, that's back now.
And then
the big baggy pants.
Yeah, I've seen it around.
Back.
Well, you're wearing it.
Yeah, no, I mean like the pants style that y'all had, the size 50.
No, the
flare.
Jinkos.
Yeah.
But and like everybody liked West Coast music, West Coast rap. So my friend group, we were all East Coast rap. Like there was always this sense of like, for us, it was really about being cool and being different.
Yeah,
I never felt like I was like trying to like. Well, I always felt like I was trying to fit in, but within those groups.
But think about how small that group was in the population of how many people.
No,
there
I know.
Yeah, there's a general sameness to the larger population.
Yes,
especially in cities like Bakersfield, which is a large city compared to most of America, but not a metropolis.
No.
So we're not trendy, cutting edge.
No, until you started wearing this outfit, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to be that guy. They're like, who's that guy on the bus?
You look like you rub your secretary's shoulders.
Like it sometimes feels like I made a mistake with one of my wishes.
I do like the look, though.
It's comfortable, man. I got to tell you, like, that's late 40s now. I'm just like, I just want to be comfortable. I don't care. As long as I'm comfortable. I think the other part is I really don't care.
I think you want to look cool because this is cool looking. You could be wearing a lot of other comfortable things.
It looked good to me.
It looks great.
So I think the thing, I'd never worried about it being cool for anybody else. I just like how it looked, and I went, "Oh, I like that. That looks good."
Where did you see it? This look.
It's kind of like, I guess. Well, no, I didn't see. I was gonna say like my wife watched like The Bachelor or Bachelorette, and they were going no socks with suits and stuff, but they were like really tight fitting, and I had tight pants. I just didn't like wearing them because I chafed so bad in middle age.
Yeah, I don't wear horrible. I don't do the tight anything.
I just saw some ads. That was it. Just like some trendy looking ads. I'm like, that looks cool. I haven't seen anybody wearing anything like that. I wasn't trying to be like, oh, I want to look cool. It was just like, that looks good. It looks like something that I would feel comfortable in.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time I think I've ever seen you, and I'm like, oh, I think David's style might have passed my style.
So you're gonna have to like, are you gonna step up, or you're like, no, I'm gonna go backwards and start wearing 3-piece suits?
Do I lean into full dirtbag, dude? No, I went through that all last year.
You can't be going full dirtbag if you're having somebody trim your beard.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but I can let it go.
If you're doing it with like scissors by yourself,
that's usually what I do.
Then,
I don't know. I do have a hard time spending money on myself for that kind of stuff. So I'm probably just going to wear the same 9 outfits that I have that I keep wearing that are cool. I
think that's great. This is Prime Day.
What's that made out of, dude?
It's a poly cotton weave.
You could do a Van Damme split in those, dude.
It's a cotton.
It's a poly cotton blend.
Yeah, it's a cotton and hemp, I think, or it's like cool, linen and cotton.
Do you have like a whole set of outfits for Hawaii that are like fresh Hawaii outfits?
It's this stuff. This stuff I wear.
Oh man, now I feel like I gotta go shopping.
But it's the stuff I wear to work.
I don't even have a pair of shorts.
Oh yeah, you got to get shorts. You got to get board shorts.
Don't tell me what I gotta do.
I think you're gonna want board shorts.
Yeah,
or Speedos.
Oh, dude, I'd rock a Speedo.
You know what I found recently?
What?
Remember the pictures of you at the beach running around saying you're the ghost of the beach?
Yeah, please don't show
I
those.
found them.
No, those stay hidden.
They're way down on the scroll.
I was way fatter than I am now.
You were a lot younger, man. We had no gray hair. None.
Well, I was looking at pictures from 4 years ago. I had no gray hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I had gray hair late 20s.
Yeah, dude. It's like your entire head went through a traumatic accident. Instead of having that one stripe.
It's just being a parent.
Yeah, that's probably right.
I think that's probably it. Yeah.
You
don't have when's the last time you wore shorts?
I have a couple matching.
You do have
terry cloth short sleeve.
Well, maybe you were the
outfits.
Maybe you were the influence for the leisure.
This whole summer, actually, I should say, maybe I was misrepresenting myself. This whole summer, I did spend a bunch of money on a bunch of like leisure wear stuff but I only wore it around the house. But I also like whenever I do something artistically or whatever, I just wear what I'm wearing, and then eventually I just ruin all of everything.
It just becomes part of what you wear.
Yeah. So now they just get stained and they get paint on it or whatever. So now I'm like down to I have a matching set of a pink top and pink shorts.
Right.
That those will go to Hawaii, but the other ones are completely ruined.
You know what ads are? I know where the ads were.
Captivating conversation.
The ads were Japanese sweats.
Yeah, so that's actually my style inspiration is like hip Japanese dad.
Oh yeah, no, I like it.
That's what I try to dress like.
Yeah, mine's Amalfi Coast, 1980s.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Which is like, well, really, I think the way I would describe it overall is if Magnum PI and Anthony Bourdain had a child, I would want to fit into that somewhere between that range of styles, but without the short shorts.
Yeah, you look like you like you roast your own coffee beans.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I grind them for sure.
Like I've been being called a hipster for the last like 20 years of my life, and you're going to start now.
Yeah. I'm always like late.
Are you 46 or 7? 46.
Yeah, 46. I'm always a little late. I remember I used to tell people I was hipster adjacent.
Adjacent? That's funny.
I'm like, I like good movies. I like good music.
Yeah, but
I dress like a dad.
like a dork.
Yeah. I got to go coach a baseball team of 9-year-olds.
My biggest fear is, because you know I'm 45. I really do worry about
Getting
when I
someone
walk
pregnant.
into a room. No, I'm not worried about that. If I haven't got anybody pregnant at this point, dude, my guys are swimming sideways, dude. They're just twirling or something.
No head, all heads.
But
no
I'm worried
tails.
about when I walk into a room, people thinking, "Oh, that guy's a dad."
Oh yeah, right now you don't give the dad vibe at all.
No, I don't want that vibe.
No.
I give like
I hope he's okay.
I give like sad alcoholic vibe.
Yeah. Is he doing good? They just lean up to me. They're like, "Is your brother all right?" I go, "Yeah.
He's gonna be fine.
He's like, look at him. He's doing it.
Like he's just fine.
He's just fine." We should probably change the name of the podcast to the Just Fine Podcast.
Just fine.
I think it's a good name too.
Yeah, man. It's brother to brother. Brothers, two brothers hanging and talking about stuff.
Yeah.